Welcome to another episode of Eatin' with Joe. Today we are doing a Minnesota mukbang, and for the first time ever, we have a special surprise celebrity guest. That's right, everybody. It is time for our first Minnesota mukbang. Again, we are continuing our tour of the states. This time we're stopping in Minnesota for arguably the most authentic Minnesota food ever created. And that, of course, is the tater tot hot dish. And like I said at the beginning, today is our first ever surprise special celebrity guest. That celebrity guest is none other than my mom, Florence Lauer.
Thank you, Joe.
Thanks for coming. This is great. All right, so before we get going, folks, remember, if you like what we're doing today, remember to subscribe, like us, share us. Remember to follow me on Twitter and look for all sorts of updates coming there. All right, so in front of us we have the tater tot hot dish. Right now we're going to show all the behind the scenes footage of Mom making the hot dish. How hard is this recipe to make?
Awful easy. Very easy.
There you go. She's only done about 1,000 of these probably in her lifetime, so she's the expert. So now let's take a look behind the scenes again at the making of this very iconic Minnesota tater tot hot dish. All right, before we go too far, let's clarify a few things. There have been some articles recently in some rather well-known publications that haven't got this information exactly correct. When you come from Minnesota, this is a hot dish. This is a casserole. Hot dish, casserole. Hot dish, casserole. Hot dish, casserole. Hot dish, casserole. I think we now see the difference. There are all different types of hot dishes, not just tater tot hot dish. You can have a tuna noodle hot dish, a wild rice hot dish, creamy turkey hot dish, Italian hot dish, bacon cheeseburger hot dish, broccoli and ham hot dish, ham and cheese potato hot dish, mashed potato hot dish, onion topped hot dish, cream corn hot dish, etc., etc. But today, we are concentrating on the most famous, the most well-known hot dish, the tater tot hot dish. Ah yes, Minnesota, home of the hot dish. Also home of the North Shore, the Boundary Waters, 10,000 lakes, the birthplace of water skiing, headwaters of the Mississippi, the Twin Cities, the greatest state fair in the country, and towns that nearly everybody mispronounces. But from Ely to Blue Earth, from Pipestone to Duluth, we all love our hot dishes. And it's just that easy. Let it cool off for a few minutes and you're ready to eat. So we're going to start eating, and along the way we're going to have a little conversation. We're going to learn a little bit more about my mom and uncover a few fun facts along the way. So cheers. Let's eat. What do you think? Pretty good?
That's very good.
So a little about my mom that I can tell you. one thing I remember about growing up is that we never went hungry. We never even came close to going hungry. And obviously a lot of that had to do with Mom. I mean, we had everything from a freezer full of beef and chicken and all sorts of things. And come Christmas time, a freezer full of Christmas cookies.
That's true.
A pantry full of, what did you can in?
Pickles, tomatoes, vegetables, froze corn from the garden, everything. Lots of homemade goods.
We had canned tomatoes and tomato sauce. We had canned meat, which was a delicacy in the winter months.
It was, yes.
We had canned fruit and all sorts of things. Mom had a huge garden with, we had fresh strawberries right out of the garden all summer long. What else?
Yeah, and vegetables and raspberries and, yep.
Potatoes, watermelon,
apples next door on the apple tree.
Big grove of apple trees. I think we had 8 trees at one time. We had so many apples in the fall. We had people come by and just pick their own and take them.
Right.
We would, being born and raised on a farm, we would have our own chickens. And at the end of the summer, we went from raising chickens to having a freezer full of chickens. So go figure what that took.
Our own eggs. Beef cattle, that's right.
So as you can see, growing up on the farm definitely had some outstanding perks when it came to lots of great food to eat, great meals made every day. It was a fantastic way to grow up. So with that, let's peel back the curtain and learn a little bit more about my mom in one of America's fastest growing new games. 5.5 questions. Are you ready?
I guess so. Okay.
All right, so the first question is, we're talking about tater tot hot dish right now. And this is just one of many, many recipes you've made over the years. What is your favorite or most memorable recipe that you've ever made?
Oh my goodness. Well, probably spaghetti and meatballs. That would be one.
Homemade meatballs?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those are great growing up. All right. One thing Mom really enjoys doing and always has is traveling. And we never really had nearly as much time growing up. There was always one big vacation that they took every year or every other year. And then later on after retirement, they went a few different places as well. But looking back on all the travel you did, what is the favorite place you've ever visited? In the U.S. or in the world?
Well, I think when we had a 2-week vacation in Germany, that probably was the tops. With some of my siblings, and my brother, who traveled a lot, was our guide.
Next question. If you could go anywhere in the world that you've never been before, anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Oh gosh, I don't know, Joe. I don't know. Probably another overseas trip, maybe to France or something.
Nice. All right, we talked before about growing up with always a full table of food. But what was it really like, since you were the one preparing all this food, for 7 hungry mouths at the table every night? What was it like?
I think it was fun because no matter what I made, everybody enjoyed it. Nobody ever said they didn't like it. That was pretty nice.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
That's the truth, yep.
Another thing Mom really likes to do is play cards. It's really big in our hometown here where we grew up. Playing cards was always part of what we did to pass time. And she still plays in several card clubs to this date. So the question is, pinochle, schnozzle, euchre, or bridge, or cribbage? Which is your favorite?
Which is my favorite? Probably bridge.
Why?
Challenging to know how to bid and play your cards.
Keeps the mind sharp.
Hopefully.
So that was the 5 questions out of the 5.5 questions. This is going to be the toughest one. This is the half question. This is the payoff pitch. The half question for this week is, have you ever tried
I'm supposed to answer that? Oh, have I ever tried? It has to be something I never did before.
Yeah.
I don't know how to answer that, Joe.
Do you have half an answer for half a question?
Yes.
Perfect. All right, that's 5.5 questions. It's not the easiest. It's not the easiest game show in the world, and with the help of our production staff off to the side, we made it through. So thanks everybody for watching. I hope you were as surprised about who our surprise celebrity guest was as we were, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks again for watching this very special, close to my heart, Minnesota mukbang, and check back again very soon. Thanks for watching. Take care.
Thank you. Goodbye.
And we're rolling. Okay, quiet on the set, quiet on the set. So we're gonna dig in. Hip, honestly. All right, quiet on the set. She's on the carpet. All right, quiet please.